Hi, I'm Christy Nelson, here with your connection and a look at what's happening in North Texas. We're going to start with a look at our fabulous weather. Meteorologist Adrienne Vaughn is here. It does look pretty good out there.
Yeah, a lot of sunshine. Temperatures continuing to stay really warm. We're running 10 to 20 degrees above normal for this time of year. And yesterday we had our first 80-degree day of the year, and we'll get awfully close to 80 again this afternoon. You can see the flags outside of the Denton County Courthouse moving quite a lot. Those winds pretty strong as we move into the afternoon, occasionally seeing gusts between 20 and 30 miles per hour as we look for highs to top out near 80. It's mostly sunny skies all around, and temperatures across the board running well above average for this time of the year. And as we move forward here in time, we're going to continue to see temperatures stay above average. We do have a front coming in that will help out a little bit with our mountain cedar, but the elm and ash now up into the moderate category. So we're going to continue to deal with those springtime allergens along with the springtime warmth. More 70s on the docket for the end of the week.
All right. Thanks so much, Adrienne. Fort Worth's own Dr. Opal Lee, lovingly called the grandmother of Juneteenth, is getting the surprise of a lifetime. She's making headlines again because of the incredible gift that she's being given. NBC5's Laura Harris is in Fort Worth with a story you will only see on NBC5.
Miss Opal, this was it right here.
Yeah.
Your home.
A porch that you go in, and then you go in, and then there's a door here.
Before she became the change-making titan we know today, Dr. Opal Lee was a young girl like any other in Fort Worth in 1939. But that time in history is something no child should have to see.
And would you believe the newspaper said there were about 500 people that gathered across the street over there.
But one day, that home that meant comfort and love turned to a place of danger and destruction.
And do you know the policemen were right along there? And when my dad came home from work with a gun, the police told him if he busted a cap, they'd let the mob have us.
Her childhood home was burned to the ground that day because people didn't like the color of her family's skin.
Those people drug the furniture out. They did despicable things. Our parents never even discussed it with us.
Fast forward decades, that lot has sat vacant. The neighborhood has since changed, and changed a lot. But Ms. Opal always wanted that land back.
I tried for years to find out who owned it. And finally, I found out that Habitat did.
Trinity Habitat for Humanity worked with her and her family to develop a house plan and design the home to meet the historic design specifications for this historic South Side neighborhood. But how to pay for it all? Well, that's where Texas Capital and History Maker Homes came together to do something incredible for a woman who has given so much. They even allowed her to pick out everything from the cabinets to the tile. Effie Dennison with Texas Capital said when her team found out Miss Opal's dream, it was a no-brainer that they had to step in to help.
Her legacy is not just going to be Juneteenth, but it will be a representation of what collaboration, and when you show love for one another and when you have a heart for giving back to others, it comes back, what, threefold?
Ironically, that land is just a few blocks from the future home of the National Juneteenth Museum at the corner of Rosedale Street and Evans Avenue. It is a project spearheaded by Ms. Opal in which she and her team have already raised tens of millions of dollars to pay for. While Ms. Opal is excited to rest her head in a new home, she says resting is one thing. Stopping the mission is quite another.
There's so much more to be done. You can't rest on your laurels. I am so thankful to God that He's allowed me to do the things that brought me to this point.
In Fort Worth, Laura Harris, NBC5.
And there is still time to register for the Cowtown, which happens this weekend at the Will Rogers Memorial Center in Fort Worth. There are a number of races, from the Ultra Marathon to the Kids 5K. And once again, NBC5 is a proud sponsor. You'll find everything you need to know at NBCDFW.com. And thank you for catching up with The Connection.